morning. This is the weekly YouTube channel cast
of
What?
Sequim Port Angeles Real Estate Update.
So what we do every week is we cover those homes in this area of the North Olympic Peninsula that have closed in the last 7 days.
That is not Brent's stomach growling. The two dogs are wrestling.
Yeah,
over
and
here.
we've started a little atmosphere fire behind us.
Tip
that
back.
seems to be producing more smoke than anything.
Anyway,
But it's kind of an overcast day here in Port Angeles. Not too cold,
No.
like 50s. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what we do is cover these homes, and sometimes
that have sold this previous week.
And so that means that they went under contract from anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks ago. So it's a reflection of really the market a little bit in the past, but probably the most current indicator that's hard facts that you can get about what's the market doing in Port Angeles and Sequim. And we usually will make a couple of predictions. Guess is really what most predictions are about the market. And today, at the end of our time, we'll describe something, and this will be a regular feature from now on, whereas we will cover one of the little nuanced areas of transferring title to a home. And this one deals with what if the seller negotiates a rent back period. In other words, they sell the home, it closes on December 1st, but they really don't want to move out until January 1st. So there's a way of doing that, and that minimizes the liability to everybody, and we'll go over that for a few minutes at the end. Local
All right.
color, anything you want to talk about?
You tried that last time. I said
Blue.
Red.
Red, okay.
Let's see what else is happening. We're starting May. I didn't have to serve on jury. Woo-hoo. They canceled everything, so that was good. Although I'm proud to serve.
Yeah.
I just had no time for it. We're showing homes this afternoon. Let's see what else is happening.
Every now and then we run into some of our viewers who are local, whether it be at Costco or Sunny Farms or just randomly in a parking lot. So if you run across us, we won't recognize you, but you'll recognize us. Please say hello. It's always a treat to meet some of you.
And if you'd like to have help buying a house, selling a house, please call us.
Yeah, we had our big open house last week for our new vacation rental on the street there.
That was the opening.
Yeah, we had a great time. So,
Hey, shall we?
well, one other thing I was thinking. There's always one thing about Port Angeles, especially, and it's also somewhat true, a little less of Sequim. Sequim's a little more of a retirement community, so the outside activities are just a bit different. Sequim is great for pickleball, for those of you who are into that. Wasn't it like discovered around here someplace?
Bainbridge, I think.
Bainbridge. And I have yet to get the pickleball craze.
We're gonna start it though.
Yeah. Oh,
Once his leg gets back.
We finally got our sauna operational, so we gave that a shot.
We got hot.
We got hot and sweated.
No.
I actually sweat way more than she does, But coming up, we have and I think it's a national cup for downhill racers for bicycles.
Dry Creek.
Dry Creek.
Dry Hill.
Dry Hill. Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh
you
boy.
can Google or go on YouTube and look up Dry Hill, and it's like suicidal.
And they're mostly kids, and you think, holy cow, how do they stay on their bikes? I mean, they're going boom, boom, boom. Anyway, every year at one of our vacation rentals,
Thank
we
you
have.
for narrating that.
Yeah, did you like that part? Vacation rentals, we have people that are staying, and once again, we have
And they come back with broken bones.
Well, not often, but we had a couple of kids, yeah. So it's not without risk, but it's a big deal here. And we have a lot of big events in Port Angeles. Sequim, of course, has the Lavender Festival and other things going on.
Irrigation Festival is
it's
coming.
Big. Irrigation Festival.
Don't even ask us what that's about.
Yeah, they got water. So, it used to be a desert out there. And one of these weeks we'll go over the water district in Waira. It's called Waira 18, which there's special restrictions on water use in Sequim. They're still concerned about it. But that's for down the road.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's start.
Let's get going. You want to start?
Of course, I'll start. Starting in Port Angeles. On West 5th Street, it's actually 3 blocks up from here. It's originally listed for $350,000. It sold for $352,500. 5 bedrooms, 1 bath. That would have been fun in 1920.
Wow.
8 days on the market with 1,505 square feet on .16 with a mountain view. How did they ever? That means they could have 10 kids in there with 1 bathroom.
Yeah. Really small bedroom, so.
Ooh,
No king beds there. Okay, the next one is on West 6th Street. And this is looks like a cute little place, originally priced at $439,900 and finally sold a little bit under for $427,450. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 5 days on the market, built in 1922 with 1,147 square feet on a standard lot of .16 of an acre with mountain view.
The next house is on West 4th Street. This one was listed for $650. It sold for $650. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, built in 1962 with 1,376 square feet on just a little over an acre and a saltwater view.
So these homes on this portion of West 4th sit right on the bluff, and
but they're above the where the boats are.
The harbor,
No.
the water.
Marina.
Yeah, marina. Okay. Yeah. So they have killer views. It's a nice area. Okay, the next one is on
But I mean, it's not like you're going to fall into the water. You'll fall into a ditch if the house fell.
Speaking of falling, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, Lancaster Lane, and this one was originally priced at $825,000, sold for, well, look at that, $845,000. Happy sellers there. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 half bath. 2 days on the market, built in 1991, with 3,022 square feet on 2.47 acres and a territorial view.
And talking about happy sellers, this next one, they were. So this is on East Beach Road, which is Lake Crescent. Our in-laws used to own this house. And it was originally listed for $1.695, and it sold for $1,950,000, over $300,000 over ask.
Yeah, gorgeous home.
2 bedrooms. I doubt that. That doesn't sound right.
No, it's got
There's
2 bedrooms in
downstairs.
the main room. Then the upper above the garage is a whole apartment.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're counting here.
Don't even count
6
that.
days on the market, built in 1971, and remodeled in probably 2013-ish.
Yeah.
2164 square feet on half an acre with the waterfront.
Very nice. Okay, on to Sequim. So this week we have 5 closings in Port Angeles and 8 in Sequim. So, well, we didn't mention the intro today, so it's
Oops.
Hurricane Ridge.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That is what it is. On a sunny day.
it is what it is. We're just full of it. Yeah, Hurricane Ridge is like 17 miles that away, and when the clouds are not here, then we look pretty much right at it. So enjoy it. I hope you did enjoy it. In other words, but if you get up there, you will love it. Okay, on to Sequim, Juniper Mobile Estates. We know right where these guys are. It's a little older manufactured home park, and it's originally priced for $150,000, sold for $125,000. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 50 days on the market, built in 1977, with a patriotic square feet of 1,776 and 0 acres. That means you're leasing the land from the park, and there's also the lease fee includes usually water and sewer.
All right. The next house in Sequim is on North Matriotti, which is off Carlsberg Road. Listed for $435,000. It sold for $420,000. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, 8 days on the market. Built in 1976 again. With 13.
No, mine was 1776.
No.
What's that? Did I read that wrong? No, he had 1776 square feet. Washington didn't even exist in 1776. It was, okay, belonged to the Russians or something.
Where was I?
Okay,
1334 square feet on .22 of an acre with a territorial view.
All right. Okay. Somehow our rehearsal didn't cover this. Okay, the next one is on East Spruce. A lot of these tree names in Sequim are kind of in the downtown area. And this was originally priced for $439,950, sold for $429,950. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 11 days on the market, built in 1974 with 1,404 square feet on 1.14 acre in Mountain View.
All right, moving on. This one was on North or West Hendrickson Road. Hendrickson Road is a primary east-west across the the northern part of Sequim Peninsula. Originally listed for $539,000. That's what it sold for. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 48 days on the market. Built in '04 with 1,809 square feet on 1 1/5 acre. What does that look for?
I'm just staring blankly.
I can tell with a mountain view. Oh, jeez. I have.
Okay. Yeah. You guys that are married, you know all about the looks, right? You got to have the right look. Anyway, so unfortunately, if it's a blank look, it's puzzling. What was that one for? So anyway, I'm good at blank looks. So
Fairway.
okay, Fairway, and this is Fairway Drive. This is a development in North Sequim, out on the plateau there, and you guessed it, there's a golf course there. Originally priced for $562,500. 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths, and 2 days on the market. Built in 1990 with 2,719 square feet, with 0 acres, and that means it's probably a condo or a townhouse. Is that right?
I don't know. Yeah, that would
I didn't
be.
know
That's
had,
a condo.
Yeah, they have condos here.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think that is in
Sunland.
Yeah. Next one is on Living Good Lane. Listed at $880,000. That's what it sold for. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 0 days on the market. Built in '05 with 2,397 square feet on 1 1/4 acres and a mountain view.
Yeah, wow.
2 more, Brent. 2 more.
Okay, Gray Wolf. Originally priced $899,000, sold for $1,000 more at $900,000. 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 5 days on the market. Built in 2016 with 3,749 square feet, with 1.25 acres, with mountain view. How'd you like to clean that place?
No.
Yeah.
I don't like cleaning ours.
Yeah.
Okay, and wrapping it up in Sequim is the Road Less Traveled. I like that.
Yeah.
Listed for $895,000. It sold for $920,000. It's a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 5 days on the market. Built in 1995 with 1,535 square feet on just a smidge over 5 acres and a freshwater view.
Yeah, it looks like there's a creek there
Yeah.
in our picture. So
Freshwater view.
yeah.
Okay.
So
that wraps her up.
anyway, so kind of what we do generally, we do a quick survey. If you've noticed that a lot of the homes are kind of at asking, or a little over, a little under, and that's the way it's been for a couple of weeks now. So that means that generally the market is fairly stable, so that the sellers and the realtors who price their homes are coming in pretty close to what the market value is. And generally when you have a rapidly ascending market, everybody's guessing on where the price is going to be down the road, or if it's descending, then the challenge is to get your price low enough to catch somebody before the price drops even more.
Okay.
We haven't seen that for quite a while.
So what are you talking about today?
We're talking about what if you sell your house and you are the seller and the owner, and then transfer of title takes place. In other words, it closes, and then then you stay in your house as now a renter to the new owners. So the buyers become the owners.
We just had this happen a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The sellers, we had the buyers, the sellers needed an extra week.
Yeah, so that worked out great.
It's not like they didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, so, but anyway, normally there's no big deal, but up until this year, that once that happened, then when the new buyers become the owners and they are now renting to the old owners, that automatically put that transaction into under the purview of the Landlord-Tenant Act in Washington State. And the Landlord-Tenant Act, it has probably 90% of the protections on the tenant and about 10% of the protections on the landlord. So if you end up having to evict somebody, it usually takes a long, long time. It's a lawsuit. It's going to cost you thousands of dollars, and hopefully there's no damage to the partner. So every now and then we'll drive by and we'll see a whole bunch of possessions on the street, which was it last week? Right up here on 5th.
We've had 2 recently in the area.
And that means that somebody was evicted, and it's very expensive. So,
or they had just left.
Yeah.
And left their crap.
Most of the time, they get evicted. So, anyway, so as of this year, the legislature, I believe, has passed a law that excludes this situation when the
rent back
situation from buyers who become the owners. And that means they just laid an egg, so they got to boast about it.
Well, maybe they just want to be on the video.
Yeah, they're video hogs. So just a couple of things to think about that is important, and it's, gee whiz.
Hey, stop.
Hey, knock it off. Yeah. That never helps.
No, never.
I feel better, though. So just a couple of things to think of mind. The rent back cannot be longer than 3 months, and that you, as the new owner, cannot accept $1 worth of rent that goes beyond 3 months, because that automatically kicks it under the general state law, Landlord-Tenant Act. And so anyway, what I apologize, the girls.
They're not real trained.
They don't lay eggs very often, so they're pretty proud of it. I think it's the worst it's ever been.
I know.
So let me wrap this up.
Good.
So one of the realtors has suggested an approach to that, and I think it's great, is that if you are the seller and that you become the landlord, there are some things you've got to do to carve out
No,
that.
if you are the buyer and become the landlord.
Yeah, if you are the.
You said seller, become the landlord.
Well, that's how it works, yeah. So if you are the seller and it closes, then that makes you the landlord, the buyer becomes the tenant, right?
No, the other way around.
Oh, no.
The buyer doesn't become the tenant.
Yes, in a rent back.
No, the seller does.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on just a second.
Okay, I've got it backwards.
Like, I didn't know.
The buyer becomes the landlord and the seller becomes the tenant. Is that right?
One of these days, I'll get everything.
Yeah, you wonder, why do we watch this thing? These guys can't even get it straight. So anyway, so one realtor suggested, and I think it's a great idea, if you do sell your house, or you do buy a house that there's a rent back, you have a holdback in escrow of $10,000 or $20,000 that is immediately forfeited if your new tenant refuses to leave at the specified time. And so
this would all be done during at escrow.
Yeah, I'll try to get this together and be more clear next time. Anyway, that's all for this week. Hope you have a great week. And summer's coming, so get ready, get your shorts out and your polarized sunglasses.
And your weed eater.
And
Here
your
we
weed
go.
eater. See you next week.